Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you know when I come out with another video. Make sure you guys follow me and my baby on all of our social medias, which will be over here as well in the description box below. And let's get to the intro so we can get started.
They talking raw, I don't smoke when I tap it. Crazy and hoe what they do for the clout. All of the yapping, wanna see what you bout. Don't go online when you running your mouth with impression that now spit it out. Got a lot on my mind, so I let it all bottom. Monkey see, monkey do. Naming these hollows. Throw one shot at you, the other will follow. My name in your mouth, and you watch how you swallow. Jackie, you real, but you totally will fall.
So you guys, I'm back with another video, and this video has taken me a little bit of a while to figure out how I wanted to do it. But as you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is a Who Am I? I decided that I was going to do this in the past, present, and where I see myself in the future type of thing. So I was going to break it up into three separate videos. But in this one, I'm going to tell you guys about my life growing up. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the story from... I think I'm going to do this part from when I was, let's say from born to up till I was 18. Okay? 18. So I'm 25. I grew up in Jersey. I am the youngest of 4 kids. If you guys do not know, I have a baby whose name is Nessa, who is also the youngest grandkid of my mom's grandchildren, out of me and my brothers and sisters kids. She's the youngest. She'll be 2 on March 5th. I can't wait to do that with you guys, show you guys what I'm gonna do for her birthday, do all that. But let's get back to the topic. So I was born August 4th, 1995, like I said, in Jersey. I grew up with a single mom who did drugs. So from, the time I could walk, I remember I had to do a lot of things for myself. I'm not one of those kids who grew up fortunate, who grew up with both parents. That wasn't me at all. I used to have to walk myself to the bus stop where me and my mom lived. The bus stop was like up the street and around the corner, so it was a little bit of a walk, probably like a 3 to 5 minute walk for a kid. I got into a lot of trouble as a kid. I wouldn't say a lot of trouble as a kid. I would just say I got into like some stuff that a lot of people wouldn't say is good for a kid. I wasn't one of those kids who had to fight all the time. I fought if I had to. There were 2 reasons I would fight, and one is if you put your hands on me, then I was taught to defend myself. The second one is the most disrespectful thing I think you can do to a person, which has been done to me twice, and I had to beat a bitch's ass, which is spit on you. I think that is highly disrespectful, and those are the only times I really ever had to fight. Growing up, it was just me and my mom. I didn't meet my older brothers and sisters until I was in I'd say the 4th grade. I can't remember how old I was, but I was in the 4th grade. That was when I found out that I had 2 older brothers and an older sister. And I met, for the first time, this lady they call Aunt Carol. And the first time I met her, we became really close. She was like a second mom. Whenever I had problems with my mother, she'd come and, well, she wouldn't come, but like I could call her, I'd go talk to her. She lived literally either downstairs, at one time she lived right downstairs, or down the street, like a good another 5-minute walk. She lived that far, and I could always go talk to her about anything. I'm gonna give you guys a little story time. Now, the only time I really got in trouble I would say really, really in school was when I was in fourth grade. And I was in elementary school. I used to run around the school, and there was this one time this girl she put glue on my hands and was like trying to put it to the desk, but I wouldn't let her. I wound up gluing her lips shut, and then I would run around the school, going through elevators, teachers' legs, ducking and dodging. In the midst of all this, the principal got knocked down. My aunt was called because she was closer to the school. She was kind of like that emergency contact, or like the person they would call if you got in trouble in school. And she got there and she looked at how tall he was, because she had never, met the principal before, because I had never really gotten in trouble. And when he told her that I knocked him down, she started laughing. She was like, "How does 4-foot girl knock you down and you're like 6 foot something?" And I got suspended for a few days. If I'm not mistaken, I actually got suspended for a whole week. And that was about really the only trouble I ever got in school. If you guys do not know, I have PTSD. I was diagnosed with ADHD, ODD, and ADD as a kid, and I was very, very hyper sometimes. Hyper when you didn't even need to be hyper. 2 o'clock in the morning, jumping around, screaming, yelling. I was that kind of kid. But after that, I never really got in trouble in school. I would go to school, get good grades. I got A's and B's throughout all of school. I graduated high school with a 3.89. Let's get it. And growing up was hard, but I'd say, because before I met her, I would classify how I grew up from then to 10 as being poor. And now I would say that I'm kind of I'm not poor, but I don't have as much as normal people do. So I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle. Ooh, my leg, you guys. So that was hard, but like I said, once I met her, life got easier. So yeah, life got a little easier after that. When I was 16, well, let's go back to the PTSD first. I was diagnosed with PTSD after my grandma died. I was 10, about to be 11, when she died, and that's when I was diagnosed with that. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with the ADHD, ADD, ODD thing. And I'm 25, like I said. I've never been in trouble with the law. I've been in trouble, well, let me rephrase that. I've never been in serious trouble with the law. You guys might not know this, but I do have a video on it. I'll put the little thing up here. I have been to jail once. I think it was 4 days after I turned 18. Me and my sister got into this big fight. She threatened to call the cops if I hit her with a phone wire. And so I hit her. I called the cops for her, hit her, and then got arrested. But other than that, that was when I was 18, and I was told I had to go to in-home anger management, and I was put into a private school, and that's where I finished high school at. I didn't go to public school for high school. I went to a mixed kind of school, but there were more girls in the school than there were boys. I think out of all of us, there were probably 90% of us were girls, and about 10% of us were 10% of them were boys. But yeah, growing up, I had a hard life, but I kind of made it a little easier as I got older. Got my first job, worked as hard as I could, and like I said, my life growing up was hard. I wasn't one of those kids who got everything. Now, I got everything up to a certain extent. Like, when it came to certain things, there weren't certain things that I could get. But when it came to, little things, I knew how to get my way. I was one of those kids who knew how to get what she wanted. and would do everything I had to get what I wanted. But like I said, it was to a certain extent. I moved in and out of places. I'd say from the time I was born to being 18, I probably had about 8, 9 different homes I lived in. Now, don't get me wrong, growing up, I wanted to be one of those kids that I saw on wrestling. Like, me and my aunt would watch wrestling. We would watch, our thing was we would watch Saved by the Bell every day before I went to school, 5th grade. I went to like an all 5th grade school. The only people in it were 5th graders, and it was right up the street from where my aunt lived. So we'd watch Saved by the Bell before I had to walk up the street and go to school. But yeah, I would say my life didn't go the way that I wanted it to. I wanted to, when I would watch wrestling with my aunt, I wanted to be one of those kids in the audience whose parents had money to take them and things like that. I wanted to be one of those people who had both their moms and their dads, because my stepdad didn't come until I was about 18 years old, 19, something like that. So I would say that I wanted a better life growing up, but I couldn't have the life that I wanted, so, I kind of had to make the best of it. And I just want to say, for everyone who's going through what I've gone through as a kid, if you're a kid watching my videos, trust me, it gets better. You just have to know what you want in life. You have to set that goal for yourself. I don't care how old you are. You could be 7 and be like, oh, well, I want to grow up to be a firefighter and work as hard as you can to be a firefighter. I want to grow up and be like Nessa. I want to be a YouTuber and do everything you can to be the best YouTuber in the world. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to make a better life for me and my daughter and my family. And I'll tell you guys how that all went in the next video. But that is the end of this video of us talking about my past. From the next video we will be doing will be 18 to 25, so you guys know what I've been doing the past 7 years, how my life's been going. And then we will have one about where I see myself in the future and how I plan on working to get there. So I do want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, if you have not already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you know when I come out with yet another lit video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell all of them to come check out my channel. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers this year. I do want to say this. I did come out with a schedule. But I just decided that I'm probably going to post once, twice a week. I'm not going to give myself any dates because keeping up with dates is hard. Like trying to record and then being a mom and all that. If you're a mom, you understand. But I just decided that I'm at least going to post a video on YouTube once a week for you guys. So make sure you guys come back. And like I said, hit the bell for notifications so you know when I come out with another video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
They talking raw, I don't smoke when I tap it. Crazy and hoe what they do for the clout. All of the yapping, wanna see what you bout. Rub on the line when you running your mouth with impression that nah. Spit it out, got a lot on my mind, so I let it all bottom. Monkey see, monkey do. Naming these hollows. Throw one shot at you, the other will follow. My name in your mouth, and you watch how you swallow. Jackie, you real, but you totally will.